Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wide, 622. 53, Mike, 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Luck. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
Now Elliott, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Luck on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Here's Luck. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 53, Mike, 53. Hey, exit. What we got? 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Down.
Looking to throw on second down. McClain. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Hey, lock it.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Check.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The numbers for Zeke from last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
To throw on 3rd down. McClain. He's got it to Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, McClain. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
65.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
To throw is Luck. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Luck to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Luck. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st down, McClain to the right side and complete to Hurst. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Barkley.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A give running right is Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Ravens on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
6-6, pull it high. 95, Mike, watch 95. Yeah.
They'll run with Barkley, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha. 95, just say it. No, check. He's Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
We got this.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, it's White. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get to the ball.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Big grip.
Back to throw. McClain. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, watch it. Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. McClain. And this is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Locke. Funches has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Johnson's got it complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check go.
On 1st and 10, McClain. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Sam off. Ready.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go. Hey, Zoo. 95 Mike, 195. I'm not ready. 95 is a 6.
2nd and 5. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Not today, you are. Not today. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. Ready? Hey, orbit. Strip the ball.
Throwing again. McClain. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Rams. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's got room. 31 yards there and a first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And again, it's Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Chubb running right. And he breaks through another tackle. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, McClain, complete to Hilton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that, it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Yeah. let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Hard. I got you. Leo. Check. Let's go.
Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Ready? 50, play. Wall, get wall.
First down and goal to go.
Check. Kill. Tighten up. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. White now to return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. McClain. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. McClain. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
Come on now, let's go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Rock it. Back. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Lucky. Ready?
They'll give it to Chubb. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we scored touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
95, Mike. 195.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Luck throwing again. It's caught by Funchess. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Off of play action. Luck. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Fighting through it. He's got space. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
3 down.
Luck now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 27 yards there, a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
First and 10 at the 46.
51 for Mike, boy, 51.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Kenny Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Looking to throw. McClain. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Back to throw. McClain. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself...
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
Switch.
Looking to throw. McClain. It's caught at the 1. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
From the 50, it's Locke. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Locke. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McClain, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Colts on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We're going to shut you down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Back to the air on second down. McClain looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McClain. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Throwing on first down. McClain sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Keep playing.
Recon.
Luck on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. It's Locke. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
On 1st down, it's Locke. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people...
I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my home team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it.